Howdy doody, you farts. Welcome to Slay the Princess, the pristine cut. There's another spooky game. Goes by the ye old name of Shipwreck 64. And I was playing that, and it was scaring the devil out of me, but it's gotta wait because I think the game is more involved than I previously thought, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. So this is gonna come up first instead, and then I gotta figure out what I want to do. Shipwreck 64, and then you'll say it. But this game, there was a bunch of warnings, like it's gonna cause epilepsy and make your wee-wee 8 times bigger, all sorts of shit. And then it also wasn't in full screen, so I didn't want to record a weird bit and have you see all the warnings. It said, this is a love story. It's a new video game. Chapter 1. Oh yeah, and it said like we're gonna probably like play through the game a lot.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, I can...
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What is my hand? Claw? Explore. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Explore. Have you considered that maybe the reason she's going to end up is because she's locked up? Explore. Killing a princess seems kind of bad. Explore. Can't someone else do it? Forget it, I'm not doing it. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch, Viva la Revolucion, silently turn towards the cabin or turn around and leave.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it.
These bushes?
No more birds, no more trees, and
bushes?
perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
Disagree.
You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all
Who's
counting.
we?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
I could be hiking.
You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey. While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
You shouldn't give me all these buttons.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Fair.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg
You
is
talked a
hatched,
lot
it's
for someone
about
on a
to
ticking
ruin
clock.
everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
That is the name of the video game, and I do like to beat video games.
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
He has a point.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress.
Hey. Princesses are used as a tool with which to make peace treaties in ancient times. Princesses and princes had value. Kings and queens did not have value.
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules.
I want to kill the narrator.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Did I come that way, or am I going that way?
Like I said, I don't make the...
Okay. I don't have to, I'm not going to say that. No.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Guys, we get paid.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it.
Oh, man.
It's a special rule.
I'm an idiot, I believe that.
And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I've seen a lot of reasons to kill a princess, and I'm not saying, look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her. Maybe. I'm not committing. Okay, I'm sold.
Good. As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing.
Got it. Kill the princess. Is that going to require effort?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Alright.
A warning, before you go any further.
Just gave me scared.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Is that my voice?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Dude, look at the stars. I'm gonna kill the princess for cash prizes.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
This is a weird
The
cabin.
air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Looks like a dagger.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without
Oh,
it.
now I have a dagger in my hand. Yeah. Okay. To the basement. Let's go on an adventure.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a
She gave
favor.
those nice cobblestone floors.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Me.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I think I'm here to kill you. I like that one.
Oh, are you now? Why
See?
don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Alrighty.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Got this.
You walk down the stairs
What up?
and lock
Who the other
eyes with the
chains for?
princess.
I guess she
There's a
broke
heavy
one.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Not really.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
She's monochrome. You can't trust that shit.
Focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, stab.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yep. I have to click. Okay.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Sorry, I was reading an email from work. I mean, I feel like the easiest thing to do first is get results. Yeah.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your
Look at
grip
them
on
big
the
ol'
blade.
eyes. She's not human.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Okay.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
God told me I could.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Yep.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Yeah.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way
Well, that was
and look
easy.
down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh,
Got him.
this is it, isn't it?
I'm a bird.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
Why are you a bird?
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Yeah.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Doesn't look that arrogant. Looks pretty dead.
But is it over? Really over?
I could stab her again.
It's over. Don't get
Maybe
all worked
believing.
up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
Book, book, book.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her
Game's getting-
heart. There's no
the
coming
music
back
went
from
away.
that. Yes, exactly.
We're trusting the narrator.
It's
I
over.
want my prize. Later,
With
loser.
your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
We're gonna find out.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
I'm a bird.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Cool.
What happened?
The world turned into dog fur.
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Am I the princess? Wait, this is my prize? This sucks.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. I'm sorry you don't like your reward, but maybe you'll learn to appreciate it in time.
This isn't better
This
than
is
I was
what's best
thinking
for
of.
everyone.
I was thinking of $10,000
Trust me.
cash. I think I'm a cheap hitman.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or
I think
even
that's true.
decades. It's all a wonderful, boring
I guess he's
blur.
the narrator, so he can
You've
just
never
lie.
been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? We're happy.
I do. But you're probably not going to like
We gotta
it.
take the knife out of the
blade.
princess. Yeah,
we can
kill
use
ourselves.
the blade to get out of this.
Can we say that on YouTube? We can
I can hear everything you say.
censored
little
word
voice.
ourselves.
There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out.
I was right.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
I need
Do you
proof
not?
this place is wonderful.
There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. How astute. You are absolutely correct.
Oh, wow,
Using
they
the
said
blade
it.
to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we'd die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing.
He has a point.
It's absolutely nothing. It's just
Well, now I know the
the same
narrator's a
thing,
liar.
constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using
This
the
guy's
blade
very
will
much-
work.
I know.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
I like that one.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Yeah.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
I mean, I did all the work.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
There's a fast forward.
Princess's
button. Oh,
body
wow.
is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
You could have just said it's not.
You pick up the
I'm
blade,
a
you
bird.
stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Nailed it. Chapter 2, The Ghost. Oh, we're gonna be a ghost. I love that.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here
Yeah.
to slay.
Yeah, I'm wise for your tricks.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the... He doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last
Oh, we
time.
got a new friend.
We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before...
If I just leave.
Oh. Do you think there's something else out there? Alright. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Like, there's a lie. I definitely know where I'm going.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine.
New adventure.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Why would you just start to death?
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Hooray!
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
But why am I a bird?
Oh, how quaint. He really
I don't
wants
like
us
the
to
voice
go
of
in
the
there,
cold.
doesn't he?
Seems like a douche. Turn around again and leave. Yeah.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time.
Yeah, I'm a YouTuber.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
I mean, I've died once and look at me.
Forever.
I'm killing it.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again.
Yeah.
Everything is getting fuzzy.
Hooray! Hair. I'm a werewolf.
What's going on? Where are we?
In the
I
hair
don't know.
room.
But it feels like home.
More hair. Cool. Cool. Hands. Well, yeah, that's how fingers work. Okay. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty and crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Okay. I died.
You're on a path
I got
in
a
the
lot of
woods,
achievements.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay
Oh, I
her.
like this one. Or T.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
You make your way up the a warning. She will lie.
Alright. Fast forward. Did it animate last time?
The interior of the cabin is almost...
I don't need no. Well, you know, take it away.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks.
Just checking. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Come on down to South Park.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain
Oh,
around her wrist,
broke something.
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
It's really that giant. This
The
is an
blade.
average size knife.
Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to...
What is this one? Oh, auto. Oh, I'm gonna drop
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and
it. Alright,
drops
what's
to the
your
floor
story?
with an
I'm a bird.
unceremonious
What's
clap.
your beef?
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Talk. Oh,
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak
Boop,
with the
boop.
princess face to face.
bigger boogers.
Unarmed. We'll be fine.
Why would you step closer though? Why wouldn't we just sit in the back?
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I've killed you once. I guess this is a restart, so they haven't.
She hesitates before answering.
I'm the princess.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Do you know anything about an evil world of hair?
Too long.
Bad answer. Bad answer.
Again, she offers no specifics, no matter.
Okay.
Don't just tell her that.
Well, I think she would know it.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
I already asked you how long.
Just how long has she been down
I
here?
already asked her.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm
I can't stop
allegedly so
fucking with the camera. I'm sorry,
dangerous?
but like, blah, blah, blah.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
There's the hands.
I believe her.
You would.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Well, then you have to show a reason for me
Whoever
to
sent
trust
you to
you.
slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Ma'am, am I a
That
bird?
doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Well, I already did that.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
What would you really do?
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth
I
anything.
mean, his isn't either.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Can you make that into a trust fund?
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Really, I trust the people who put you here.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less. You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good
You
use.
could chop her hand off.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Alright, well, I think we're gonna let her loose this
Right.
time. And see what that does.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Yeah, let's let her loose.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the
I think
princess
they're
to the
both
wall
bad people.
and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
We need to take the knife.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
She just wants to get the
They
knife.
wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
She wants to get the knife.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
There you go.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
That's nice.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way
Nonchalant.
out. Anything to finally be free.
Wait,
You
we left
attempt
the
to
dagger.
make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. Your shouts and pleas, and I'll repeat myself once again.
Alright. Bad
You
news on the
make your
key.
way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Wait, how is there a window going outside? We were in the cabin, which is on the ground floor, and then we went down the stairs.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Except for her. Then I end up in boring space.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
They.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Please?
You won't like what happens if you do
She didn't
that.
say please. Oh yeah, we said we'd save her this time, so.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against
I mean,
the
to be fair,
princess's arm,
they put a gun to
just
my head.
above the massive, unyielding chain.
My arm's killing me. Oh, sorry. There
You
it is.
cut into her flesh.
Nice. Still a bird, though.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Yeah, because she's a monster.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Thanks, dummy.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
You're welcome.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
She's gonna turn around.
Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here
I'm
alive.
just a bird.
The blade. Move the blade.
No one is
You're
saying
doing your
please.
best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
I am a bird.
I'll
This is a
make this quick.
vocab-based game. She's gonna kill me. Turn to a monster.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
See you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It was. I'm a crow. Oh, the prisoner. This is different. Last time I was a ghost.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her. I can assure you that you're not dead.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way. I'm inclined to agree. If he
Wait a
doesn't
minute,
remember
who's
what
the other
happened
guy?
last time, maybe it's best to keep... You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
It does.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me,
Actually, the
or at
fourth.
least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
That is true.
The absolute irony.
Oh, the
That's
skeptic.
one way to put it, I guess.
That's one way to put it, I guess.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do.
He has a point.
Which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a
Say something
good
really
reason.
mean.
Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional.
He's just getting loud.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
What's the point
If
of
you're asking
anything?
that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
No, we have the new voice.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here.
Yeah.
Did time simply
Parallel
rewind itself?
dimensions.
Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
The world ended.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Let's go look.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
But who
You're
was
talking in
Dor?
circles. No, I'm talking in facts. Just be quick about it.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Got it.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this,
I'm the guy.
it's because you're special.
Yeah.
You're the only person capable of doing this.
Not a lot of crows can
Call
do
it
this.
a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
Got it.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Because I'm easy to, I'm affordable.
Yes, right. We're here
Sacrificable.
because
What
we're
is the word?
special.
Disposable.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here.
Okay.
Great. Now, if you don't mind,
Here, let's go to the cabin.
a warning before you go any further.
No, this is.
She will lie,
No, we do
she
know
will
this.
cheat, and she will do everything.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Wink.
No, I didn't. Wink.
Good joke.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
I would like it if the game changed the skeptic to the clown to show the narrator controls the subtitles, but
The interior of
Hey.
the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
And a mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
He's talking different too.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of
I
note?
want to see that I'm a bird.
As it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
There's a mirror, mate.
There isn't.
There is.
I think you know what we have to do.
Look at the mirror. I want to see. Yes, I want to see.
Let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it. Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
I just want to see Birdman. I approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach
My
forward
bird
and
hand.
rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Yeah, I have bird hands.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled.
Okay.
Maybe it'll be back. Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
That looks
Isn't
the
that a
same.
novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before.
That's
I
good.
hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
These are some pretty major details.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and
Okay.
I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? She killed us with it last time.
Yeah.
What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure. And I've already got a plan for that.
Alright, the skeptic's got a plan.
Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon. Because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon. Peachy. We'll be
Peachy
fine.
Kane. This guy's the most British.
Okay. I'm trusting
I
you.
don't know, it's tough.
You
we're
take
gonna
the
trust
blade
Mr.
from the
Skeptic.
table. It will be difficult to slay. Thanks. I mean it.
Yeah. We're all in this brain together.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Ooh, I like these
revealing an
torches.
old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy
This is
moss
great.
on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a
You
favor.
made that joke last time.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the
I'm
stairs.
back.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
What if this time the
She
chains on her neck?
remembers.
Well, we didn't get the answer.
You walk down
It
the stairs
is.
and lock eyes with the
That's
princess.
funny.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves.
What's that one for?
The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here.
Yeah, he thought of that.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Well, it worked last time.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
It's for us.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was.
I know.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Oh no. Leave her in the basement.
You step towards the princess,
You look
but
ridiculous.
she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
High five.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
She's like, this is way less comfortable than the last one.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
An anvil's gonna fall on us.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me? Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
Ah.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Looks like it fit over her head.
Unless she really could survive.
We just, shear off her shoulders, trim up some of that belly fat, swoop
Though I
it right
suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best
down.
interests.
You look tired. I like this one.
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Cool.
And now you're back.
Yeah.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
I think she knows more than we do.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
That's what someone who's hiding something would say, though.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically
I
slay
did
the
that
princess,
already.
and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those
Meanwhile,
hypotheticals
she's
and
just
have
sitting
talk in
there.
circles?
What is that plot? Oh,
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
I guess that's checkpoints.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
Alright, Skeptic, you're coming on a little
I
hard.
never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself.
But
At least
why am
we
I
can
a
remember what
bird?
happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Alright.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the
That's
entire
true.
world, you
Makes for
need
a
to
better
accept
story if
that.
you don't know everything.
I won't.
Well, yeah, you won't.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Got your crown.
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope
hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world. I wouldn't do that.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
But how would it lock?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
She could lock it,
I
though.
don't know. Maybe it will.
He has a point.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
We'll follow our inner skeptic and inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you
Hey,
approach the
Goober.
chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
She kills us.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad.
Something
Is it
good's
bad?
gonna happen. The princess loves
Yes,
it.
it's bad.
Do it.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Do it.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp,
That's
as
awesome.
if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Cool.
Excuse me?
Nice.
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Yeah. I got an achievement. Become your own jailer.
Yes.
Cool.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
Pretty funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Wait.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
It's alright, skeptic. You didn't know any
That's
better.
horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Mm-hmm.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
No.
Ah, what do you do now?
Yep.
Yep. No.
Nope.
That's rude.
I mean, she's always been rude. Wait.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
How do those chains work?
This is so boring.
I don't know. It's a pretty cool wall. It looks like there's a door in it.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same.
Can't wait to turn to a
It
skeleton.
is cold and silent. At least the world is safe.
Well, it's not. We had to kill her, remember?
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
You're sitting there.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
Well, I look alright.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
There you go.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
Crazy.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
No.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
Is the house gonna collapse?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
So?
Still rude. continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change.
How am I
The
still
decay
alive?
comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
But we haven't started.
Doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time
Yeah.
changed? What happens to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
Yeah.
I guess she hasn't.
No, we're not
Even
leaving.
more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then,
He got quiet.
and
He's gone.
I think he's gone.
Freedom. There's the hair.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Now the hair's back. And the hands ate her ass up. I guess the evil world-ending hands need her, but you didn't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away. The mirror.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
No, we're in the hair world now.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Because I want to see that I'm a bird.
If there's even a her to find anymore.
Yeah, boy.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Just a mirror.
It is. Does that mean the world ended?
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
Brown hair.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
I disagree.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
I approach it.
I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels... I don't know.
Well, we did it anyway. I want to see me as a bird person. They're gone by the mirror mains. It's time for you to see what's in it. A bird. Oh, okay. Hey, there she is. Covered in hands.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're welcome. What does that destroy your body?
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
I think you murdered me.
I
Give us
am
that look.
solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
That's a sick song title. I'm a bird.
I think that you are like me.
A bird.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the world's beyond.
We don't fall in love with the princess, we fall in love with the hand
Perspectives
monster.
to make my own.
Hot stuff.
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her.
She is exactly where she needs to be.
Like the hands are what's... I guess that's the point, is the hands are controlling her and I'm controlling this dude.
How can the world have ended if we are talking? You are the only thing I have ever known. The
But
space
don't
we're
fall in love
in is
with me.
vacant. Nothing comes here but us. I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I know only that they are. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if
Yeah.
only you believe
So that was the
her
thing
to be
earlier
able
where if
to.
you thought she wasn't dead, she probably wouldn't be dead.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. I have not lived
That's fair.
everything until we meet again. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite.
Okay.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Why would you tell me that?
You won't.
Yeah. Everything goes dark and you die. Sick. Bring the prisoner to her. Okay.
You're on a path.
I want to save. And then, what is this? Oh, okay, that's dialogue history. Got it. Alright, well that's gonna do it for this one. That's a solid hour. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time in Let's Play Save the Princess, Slay the Princess. What is this game called? Slay the Princess Pristine Edition. I'm Velkebach, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, everybody.